Thanks for tuning in. Today I decided to do an update of my COMC store, um, what I've been doing and how I've been setting it up. Um, it looks like finally my cards from my December submission are finally starting to enter the system, um, which is really nice because I've really thinned out my inventory over the past couple months. In this particular case, what it looks like though is that my baseball is being uploaded really fast, and I still have a bunch of basketball cards that are sitting waiting to be processed, probably about 250 of them or so. So hopefully those will get into the system pretty quick. Um, I did have a few cards that I picked up from COMC that I plan to resell because I thought they were valued really well when I initially saw them on the site. For example, I picked up this CGC 9 of Shohei Ohtani's Bowman rookie card, um, mainly because it was going for $49 and the raw sells for about the same price. So I figured why not get a encapsulated 9 with subgrades for the same price as raw. This might be even the type of card that's a crack out and resubmit to see if you can possibly get a 10, specifically because this was the green label and CSG was at the time when they were called CSG, it's CGC now, they were known for grading really hard on the green labels. So this has a pretty good shot of possibly coming back at 10 at some point. So I decided to go ahead and pick this up and relist it, and we'll see what happens to it. I also picked up a couple Wemby cards. His 2023 Topps Chrome rookie card. Normally, I'm not the type to pick up unlicensed product, but because it's Wemby and because of the season he's having, I thought for roughly about $33 a pop, why not go ahead and pick them up? I'm going to sit on him for right now and see how he does through the season. And these are two cards that I'll probably send to auction at some point. As far as pricing on my cards, in this particular case, I decided I didn't decide, I was getting tired of auctions and sales. So I decided to go ahead and just price my cards for a very competitive price. Generally, what the what the low price fixed or the low fixed prices would be on these cards. Maybe even a little bit less sometimes to try to get them sold that way. Um, it makes it so I don't have to keep running sales, and it also presents an opportunity for me to spend more time looking at different pricing, different prices for different cards of the same caliber, to see what the rest of the market is doing. So that's going to be my plan going forward, is to just go ahead and price cards for what I'm willing to sell them for. Obviously, I know a lot of people like deals and they're going to want to get a discount, so I do build that into it as well. I generally will sell a card for about 80% of what I have it listed for if somebody makes an offer within that scope. So that's the plan going forward for my sales. So I had another unusual situation come up regarding some of the Marvel cards that I sent in, which were originally tagged as unsupported and questionable authenticity. The really weird part is the first 20 or so came back as unable to grade, but this last batch they returned a few cards that are in really good grade. I'm not sure what changed, but they did authenticate. I was confident they were real. I bought them from a vintage toy store in Argentina, so I didn't know why they would have a small amount of counterfeit cards. But I did really well in the returns. I got 3 10s, and the rest came back as 9 or 9 5s. So now I'm going through the hassle of getting COMC to recognize these as real. So I had to file, I guess, a request for these to be re-entered into the system as authentic, and proved through the grading I received from CGC. They specialize in comics, so if anyone would know what's real and what's not, I think it would be them over PSA. Um, but yeah, really cool stuff to come back. Here's a Spidey that came back at 10. It's a puzzle card. The other half of it was a 9, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, 9 with Electro on it. Or I thought that was actually the Green Goblin. Let me make sure. Oh, Electro. Okay. No, wait. Yeah, it is Green Goblin. Here it is right here. So I, I actually might bring these back just so I can display them in my house for a little bit and then sell them myself on eBay. I haven't really decided. I guess it really depends on how long it takes COMC to change the labeling of these cards so that I can sell them on the site. If they take more than a few more days, I'm just going to have them brought back and I'll sell them myself. I mean, I haven't had any inventory up in a while, and it'd be nice to get some stuff out there so I can make some purchases on eBay. Actually, I might have decided for myself right on this recording that I'm going to bring them back and go ahead and sell them myself. So I was very pleased. This was unexpected. What I was expecting is for them to come back as unsupported. In that case, what I do is I get a refund for my grading fees, and then I just go ahead and donate the card um, to charity, and then take the tax write-off. And in this case, because I know they were real, I'm going to be taking a pretty good tax write-off for those ones that I've donated already. Kind of regret donating some of those cards now that I know that I can get them graded. Live and learn, I guess. Live and learn. Oh, going into my seller stats. Let's see here. Um, I'm really trying to improve my income per card or revenue per card. If you look at the last 6 years, you can see that they've declined pretty much every year. And I know that's mainly because as I sell out of inventory, the lesser desirable cards are what are left over. 2025, for example, I sold a bunch of cards for, the 5 and 10 cents range just to get them out of my inventory. So my goal for this year is to try to average over $2 per card sold. Maybe even higher than that if I could start selling some graded cards. But that's where I'm looking at right now. Last year was a tough one. 3 declining years in a row. Even though 2025 I had my biggest inventory up, um, you know, for whatever reason, the market shifted and I wasn't able to sell those dollar cards that I wanted to sell. So had to take a little bit of a loss and a lesson learned in 2025. I probably sold. I know for sure that 2025 was sold at a loss. So I learned my lesson, and I will be a little bit more selective going into 2026 on what I submit to them. If I don't think I can get $2 for the card going forward from January submissions on, I'm probably going to stay out of submitting anything at those price points. Um, just for just to go over some other stuff, I'll do my month by month review. Um, Here's a good example. In December, I sold 1,000 cards for only $480. So that's less than 50 cents a card. That just goes to show the kind of discounts I was putting out there. Same thing for November. October is when I really started doing it, or September, I should say, is when I really started pushing out cards, just trying to clean up the inventory, get rid of a bunch of that stuff that was just sitting. Um, a lot of the cards that I had sitting in my inventory were things that I submitted actually in 2022, 2023 that I've had, in the 75-cent range for a couple of years now, and nobody's purchased. So I went ahead and dumped all that stuff just to get rid of it. Um, Now I have a cleaner inventory that'll be much more manageable on my part. I still have some dollar stuff that I put out there prior to me making the decision to clean everything up. But overall, I'm feeling pretty good about where I am and what I have going into 2026. As you can see here, still working through some dollar stuff that I shouldn't have sent in. But once I think I have a bunch of garbage pail kid stuff going in that's in high grade, and I'm thinking that's going to bring up my price per card average. So that's really all I have for you this time. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that you like what I'm doing here, and if you do, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks.